Radical.
Welcome to Radical Rapid Fire, comment response for April the 10th through April the 16th, 2023. Short comments, quick replies. Fathom the Ocean. This was the weirdest review I've ever seen. I can't tell if you're being serious or if this is a joke review. Well, sometimes it's one or the other. I try to make it completely obvious if it's a joke review of something. I think I've even reviewed boxes of things before, artwork and the boxes. Like I did a pre-review of a computer I got. I was just reviewing the box or the layout of the things inside of the box. When it comes to reviews, I think too many people just are super 100% serious when they do reviews. And I think there's some room for satire in there to actually do some funny type reviews, but not to make it 100% obvious. So I love when I get comments like this, people saying like, I don't know if you're being serious or not, because it means I've done my job. I don't know if that's really not a job I do, but to me, I just enjoy that, you know? And maybe that's weird and strange that I enjoy that, but I like when I confuse people a bit and they don't know if I'm being serious or not. I just enjoy that. Matt Tracker 8706. I bought mine for $20 at Walmart back when it got clearanced out. Fudge, $500. You're talking about the Virtual Boy, and next couple comments here will be talking about the Virtual Boy. Sometimes there's things that are clearanced out for around $20. I remember I got a couple different of the PlayStation Classics when they were clearanced out at Best Buy. That's a great opportunity. You always want to check because clearance items on games, they're doubly great because not only is it something that you can get for a cheap price to try out, but if it's still in the original package, a lot of these items when they're cleared out decades down the road, decades into the future, they might be worth a whole lot of money, like a Virtual Boy. So if you got a clearance Virtual Boy in the box, Matt Tracker, I would sell that. I mean, you could actually get $500 or more for that in the original box. I bet you weren't thinking that back then, huh? You weren't thinking back you got that for $20 that you could get that much. I mean, I just can't believe it right now. Somebody would pay $500 for a Virtual Boy. Yeah, I can't fathom that. DCI _ Leo Dan _ Virtual Insanity is the perfect song to end this video with. Well, it's been a go-to. I got a folder of outros, MIDI outros, and Virtual Insanity is one of my biggest go-tos. Kind of like Money, Money I can use all the time, kind of like Highway to Hell sometimes. I'm thinking about which ones I rarely ever use and which ones I use a whole lot. I would say Money. I've used Money a good bit as an outro. Now, Virtual Insanity, it works so well. You're right. The Virtual Boy, Virtual Insanity, the fact it's insane that people are paying over $500 for a Virtual Boy. And it's just like, man, you sit back and you go, damn, that outro fits that perfectly. Perfectly. I love stuff like that. That's just like the OCD in me. I don't know if it's OCD or something else, but I just love it when everything kind of comes together. When I have like a commentary that's great and the outro song that fits and even the thumbnail that fits it and the title, it's hard to hit everything perfect, but yeah, you can't go wrong. If you have a channel you're creating uploads talking about the Virtual Boy, you can't go wrong with an outro of Virtual Insanity, which in itself is a really nice track. It's a really, really fun song. Also a great video if you look it up. Yep. Good old Jamiroquai. The Winged Avenger 1007. Well, I'm just going to not put in the underscores into 1007. It's kind of throwing me off. So the minute I said that underscore, I was like, come on, man, come on. I'm not going to do the underscores and the numbers, right? And let me know if I talk about your name, anybody's name, and you want me to say the numbers in it, just let me know. But until then, I'm just going to be like Winged Avenger. I'm not going to say the 1007. I wouldn't take one of these things if it were offered to me for free. It takes up a lot of space and has no use whatsoever. You were talking, I believe, about the Virtual Boy. And you are, if I'm not mistaken, a lover of Nintendo products. It says a lot when a lover of Nintendo products wouldn't even take a Virtual Boy for free. So there's limits and stretches to people that love things like Sega, Neo Geo, Atari 3DO. There's fans for everything. But there's certain things like that's just a step too far. When it comes to the Virtual Boy, I'm not going to talk about how bad of an idea that was, how bad of a concept it was in many different ways. But just looking back, you had the Game Boy, which was fun, and then the Virtual Boy, what? Then the Game Boy Advance, and then the 3DS, and all these great Nintendo handheld systems. But the weird thing is, it was so awkward. Takes up space. You're right, 100%. It takes up space. What the hell? Who the fuck is going to devote the space to something like that? Even looking at it. It's got to be, I think, it's not the biggest gaming fail of all time, but it's easily Nintendo's biggest gaming fail. Off of mostly what they've had as hits, but it's, I would say, their biggest fail. Venom Hernandez, good to see you upload, Rick. And damn, that KFC pot pie looks delicious. Well, thanks. I don't upload. Well, this is back in 2023. So I might have went through a stretch where I didn't upload a whole lot back 2023. Right now, I'm just trying to upload as much as I possibly can, which is not a whole lot right now. It was like a big goal of mine to actually get caught back up on these comment reply shows. So every little upload where I have one of these coming, it's doing my little part. But it's daunting. This is crazy, Venom. It's crazy. 2023. Oh, damn, I forgot the format. Radical Rapid Fire! Okay, so the KFC pot pie. Me and the KFC pot pie, we have a love-hate relationship. Mostly hate right now. I've stopped getting into KFC pot pie. You know why, Venom Hernandez? I love a lot about it. I love how it tastes, but there's no chicken in it. The last one I had, I was going to do an upload. I was going to do another rant. I was going to show the amounts of chicken before I ate the chicken. The best part of the chicken pot pie. I was actually going to show fucking five little pieces of chicken. I shit you not, Venom. 5 pieces of chicken in a chicken pot pie. Supposedly a chicken pot pie. Supposedly a chicken pot pie. But you got it right, though, when you said KFC pot pie, Venom. Yeah, that's more accurate. It's a KFC pot pie. They should just call it pot pie. Don't even say chicken, right? And the crust is okay, but for the money, it's like $7-8. So for that money, there's things on the menu. You could just get like chicken strips, and you just have all chicken. It's such a shame. Either increase the chicken or lower the price. That's what I say. Rando, 1975. My son and I went to see the Mario movie on Sunday and loved it. There are a ton of Easter eggs, so you'd have to watch it a few times to catch them all. If you didn't play any of the games, you'd probably hate it, but if you played the series, you'll really enjoy it. Well, I think, I don't think I would hate the Mario movie just because I would be kind of like open-minded to it. I'm not saying I might love it or whatever, but there's enough there to where I could sit down and be entertained by aspects of it. But it says a lot when you say, you'd hate it if you don't love the games. It could be a situation where they lean into it so much, and I haven't seen it yet. So it could be a situation where they lean into the game so much where it uses that as a crutch. And when you're going to see something, I think you need to strike a balance of, okay, enough fan service for the actual material of it, but not so much to where it takes away from the possibility of making an actual good movie on its own right. So the question you ask yourself is the Mario movie, would it be a good movie if it didn't have the Mario license? You said there's a lot of Easter eggs in it. I think it's really cool to have Easter eggs in something. Easter eggs that call back to the actual games. So I like that. I like that they did that. That's probably the entire opposite of the first Mario movie, where you're watching a movie and you're like, what the hell? That's what the Goombas look like? What the hell? What's up with this? What's up with that? So, yeah, I mean, Easter eggs are really, really fun. And that's one of the situations to where if you get the DVD or the Blu-ray, then you can pause. And for fun, just kind of look through to see how many things they just kind of crammed into it that are references to the games. So, yeah, big thumbs up for the fact that they put a lot of Easter eggs in that. Also about the Mario movie, and I forgot the name of the bad guy from the movie, but you said the bad guy from Speed is the bad guy in the first Mario movie, which is Dennis Hopper. Speaking of Nintendo, and I mentioned it was ER Safeguard. Okay. Speaking of Nintendo, did you happen to watch the Tetris movie? It was suspenseful. I thought you was fucking with me. I had to check. I thought you was fucking with me that there was a Tetris movie. Because I was like, oh man, they can't be a Tetris movie. Can't be. But I looked, and there's a poster of it. And for this thumbnail of this upload, I put in the Tetris poster. Movie poster. And I said, this has got to be some kind of a joke. Maybe it's like a 4 or 5 minute movie. Because I'm thinking, how the fuck can there be a movie on Tetris? Now, if you're saying it's a documentary, all right, that's different. If it's a whole documentary on the making of Tetris, okay, I can see that. That might be kind of interesting. But a movie about Tetris? That's got to be the most boring thing I could even think of. But you said it was suspenseful. And I looked at the trailer for it. It looks kind of like an action or a thriller or something like that. And, we just talked about asking yourself, is this the movie? Let's say the Mario movie. Would the Mario movie be a good movie without the license? I looked at the trailer for it. I haven't seen the Tetris movie. I'm thinking about seeing it. If it's available on one of my streaming platforms or somewhere. It looks like it would be a good movie even without the Tetris license. The story behind the Tetris game looks to be a lot more suspenseful than most stories behind games. But yeah, so I thought you was messing with me, but it actually looks like it'd be pretty good.